Have you ever looked into someone's eyes and noticed that their color seems to shift, from green to gold to brown, all within a moment? If so, you've probably encountered one of the rarest and most mysterious eye colors in the world. Hazel. With their ever-changing shades and layered tones, hazel eyes have fascinated scientists, artists, and storytellers for centuries. But what exactly makes them so unique? Before we start, I'm on a road to get 10,000 subscribers as a small channel. If you want to help me, please subscribe. In this video, we're exploring why hazel eyes are considered one of the most complex features in human biology. From the science of pigmentation to the myths and symbols that surround them, we'll dive into what gives hazel eyes their legendary allure. Are they really magical, or just misunderstood by genetics and light? Let's uncover the truth behind the world's most mysterious eyes. Hazel eyes are like a kaleidoscope, always shifting, always surprising. Scientifically, what gives hazel eyes their signature look is a mix of two key things: melanin levels and how light interacts with the iris. Melanin is the pigment that gives color to our eyes, skin, and hair. Brown eyes have a lot of melanin, blue eyes have very little, and hazel eyes sit in the middle. But what makes them unique is that this melanin isn't distributed evenly. It often concentrates around the pupil, creating a brown or gold ring, while the outer iris may reflect shades of green or amber. The second part of the puzzle is Rayleigh scattering. This is the same effect that makes the sky look blue. When light enters the iris, it scatters across its textured surface, blending with the underlying pigment to produce color variation. In hazel eyes, this combination of moderate melanin and light scattering can create different colors depending on the environment. That's why hazel eyes seem to change based on lighting, clothing, or surroundings. It's not magic, it's physics and biology working together. This layered appearance is what makes hazel so rare and mesmerizing. They're not one color, they're many colors in motion. Now let's talk about the genes behind hazel eyes, and it's not as simple as you might think. Unlike traits controlled by a single gene, eye color is polygenic. That means it's influenced by a group of genes working together. The two most important ones are OCA2 and HERK2, which regulate how much melanin gets produced in the iris. High melanin usually means brown eyes, while low melanin results in blue. Hazel, sitting in the middle, often comes from a moderate melanin level with uneven distribution. But there's more. Other genes like TYR, SLC24A4, and SLC45A2 help shape how that pigment is made and where it ends up. Tiny differences in these genes can subtly shift the tone, brightness, and distribution of color in the eye. For hazel eyes, this genetic mix results in a mosaic of green, brown, amber, and sometimes even gray. One reason hazel eyes often appear in people with mixed ancestry is because the gene variants responsible for this blend can travel silently through generations. You might not see hazel eyes in either parent, but a unique combination of recessive and additive genes in a child can suddenly bring them out. This complexity is what makes hazel so unpredictable and so beautiful. Unlike blue or brown eyes, which follow more consistent inheritance patterns, hazel eyes are like nature's wild card. They're not just a color, they're a rare genetic intersection of light, pigment, and heritage. Throughout history, hazel eyes have been wrapped in mystery and meaning. Their ever-shifting colors have sparked legends, superstitions, and symbolic interpretations across different cultures. In folklore, eyes that change color were often seen as magical, linked to shapeshifters, seers, or people with special insight. Hazel eyes, with their blend of earth tones and bright flecks, were said to reflect the duality of nature, calm one moment, fiery the next. In literature and poetry, hazel eyes have often been described as seductive and mysterious. Their unpredictability made them a symbol of depth and contradiction, someone who couldn't be easily understood or boxed in. Writers used hazel eyes to suggest a character with hidden layers, someone who held secrets behind their gaze. Culturally, hazel eyes have also played into ideas of uniqueness and exoticism. In regions where brown eyes are the norm, someone with hazel eyes might be seen as rare or special. In Western pop culture, they're often romanticized, with hazel-eyed characters depicted as bold, intuitive, or unconventional. The mix of colors in hazel eyes mirrors the mix of identities and emotions in these portrayals. Even today, hazel eyes are often considered both beautiful and elusive. People try to enhance them with makeup, lighting, and filters, hoping to capture that perfect balance of green, gold, and brown. But what keeps hazel eyes so compelling isn't just how they look. It's the way they seem to change, to mirror the world around them, and to keep just a little bit of mystery behind every glance. Hazel eyes might seem common in some circles, but globally, they're incredibly rare, found in only about 5% of the population. Unlike blue or brown eyes, which cluster more predictably in certain regions, hazel eyes are scattered more unevenly, appearing wherever there's a mix of diverse genetic backgrounds. They're most commonly found in parts of Europe, especially countries like Spain, Italy, Ireland, and France, where centuries of migration and intermarriage created complex genetic mosaics. You'll also find hazel eyes in parts of the Middle East, North Africa, and Latin America, regions with long histories of cultural blending. In the United States and Mexico, hazel eyes are more likely to appear in people with mixed European and indigenous ancestry, which helps explain their occasional but striking presence in these populations. What makes hazel eyes unique is that they don't belong to any one group. They appear in people from different backgrounds, often where diverse genes have had time to interact. That's why hazel eyes are sometimes seen as a marker of blended heritage, visual proof of ancestry that spans continents. Their rarity, combined with their unpredictable appearance, makes them feel special. They're not concentrated, they're scattered like sparks across the globe, and when you spot them, it's hard to look away. One of the most talked about features of hazel eyes is their ability to appear different from one moment to the next. In bright sunlight, they might flash golden or green. Indoors, they can look rich and brown. But is this real color change, or just an illusion? The answer lies in how light interacts with the iris. Hazel eyes contain a moderate amount of melanin, often concentrated in specific areas. When light hits the eye, it scatters across the iris in a process known as Rayleigh scattering. This scattering, combined with uneven melanin distribution, causes the color we perceive to shift depending on the lighting, background colors, and even what the person is wearing. Some people also believe that hazel eyes change color with mood or emotion. While there's no scientific proof that mood directly affects iris pigmentation, changes in pupil size, from excitement, fear, or even caffeine, can alter how much of the iris is visible. This can exaggerate the natural variations in hazel eyes, making them appear to shift with how someone feels. So while hazel eyes don't truly change color, they give the illusion of movement and mood. That illusion is part of what makes them feel alive, like they're reacting to the world around them. Hazel eyes might be enchanting, but they also come with a few subtle biological trade-offs. Because they contain less melanin than brown eyes, hazel eyes offer less natural protection against ultraviolet light. That means people with hazel or other light-colored eyes are slightly more vulnerable to UV-related eye damage such as cataracts or macular degeneration, especially with prolonged sun exposure. Wearing sunglasses with proper UV protection is a smart precaution. There are also studies exploring how eye color might be linked to other traits. Some research suggests that people with lighter eyes, including hazel, may experience pain differently or have higher tolerance in certain scenarios. Others suggest slight differences in night vision or sensitivity to bright lights. These findings are still being explored, and eye color alone doesn't determine your health. Hazel eyes are more than a beautiful blend of colors. They're a reflection of genetic diversity, biological complexity, and centuries of human history. They don't fit into neat categories. They shift, they adapt, they surprise. Whether they come from mixed ancestry, rare gene combinations, or ancient migrations, hazel eyes tell a story of connection. They remind us that what makes us unique often comes from layers we can't see. So the next time you catch a glint of gold or green in someone's gaze, remember, you're looking at one of nature's most mysterious masterpieces. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.